Hello. If you're watching this video, I hope it's not raining outside. Welcome to Toyota Panoramic Sunroofs Are Pieces of Shit Round 2. That thing right there has broken twice now. This video can be used for your own adventures. I take no responsibility for whatever you do to your vehicle. I'm not a professional at this by any means. I'm just basically crazy. It was just stuck all the way the fuck open. So this time around, I ran into some serious issues. The first time that I fixed this stupid thing, I used Loctite, putting some of the factory bolts back in. So when I had to disassemble it this time, it broke the mount points to every single one of the screws that I used Loctite on. They're like this little circle doohickey. I'll find a broken one in a little bit to show, that's on the back side of the brackets that attach to the rails on the outside. So what I did was basically, I freaking drilled out all the factory holes and put my own screws, well, not screws, but bolts. Each one has a washer and a grabber on the front and the back. And said, screw those stupid T25 Torx bits. This time around, the problem wasn't any of those. Nothing fell out. All of them were still in. And truth be told, like, I never found anything that I saw in the tracks to the sunroof that was causing it to, you know, close about 2/3 of the way and then just back up like a retard and go all the way full open. Just fucking stupid piece of shit. That's how I really feel about it. At this point, I've fixed about 10 or 15 of these for other people hands-on, 10 or 15 for people remotely, and now my own twice. I pretty much know this stupid thing inside and out. I feel sorry for a lot of the folks that have paid out of pocket, because it's pretty much impossible for the gear mechanism to break. And I know people, some folks are like adamant it broke. That's not true. It just sits there and it'll pop forever and make a horrible sound. But there's something jamming the sunroof itself, or your rails are misaligned, or one of them's completely jammed or maybe even bent. But all those things can be fixed. It's time, patience, and God, it's messy cleaning the rails. All the I thought more lube the better. Not in this instance. No, it's just more goop to get shit stuck in and jam up your fucking sunroof. Fuck this piece of shit, seriously. But yeah, it's working again. Glad it didn't rain this weekend. Have a good day, everybody. Some items you will most likely need. 1, moral support. 2, this extension is absolutely clutch. Like, being able to take apart the rails and remove the front glass piece from outside of the car. If your rails are still aligned, like if your glass doesn't look warped or twisted, you can just simply remove the whole panel without removing the brackets from inside of the car with something like this. In case you don't know what a T25 Torx bit is, this is what they look like. I have accumulated them in about 3-4 different sizes now. Moving forward, I won't need these anymore because I had to get a little loco. Anyway, and this is just a driver. So something I learned, hand tools and hand tools only. Using an impact gun on that stupid piece of junk, basically snapped the mount points for the factory T25 Torx bits that attach to the rails. What they thread into completely detached from the backside when I was tightening them up this time, so I had to take it apart again. Once I had it fixed a first time, I decided to just, fuck it up and fix it again. Some quick tips, instructions to access the T25 Torx bits. First, remove that incredibly difficult, hard to remove piece of shit. Then remove the even easier, incredibly hard piece of shit. There will be 3 T25 Torx bits right there. Pay no attention to the fact that mine aren't there anymore. More on that bullshit later. Hopefully you can get it to at least this far open. If you can, you don't need to detach it from the rails on the inside of the car, as there are, let's see, so one and a second T25 Torx bit that are attached to the rails underneath. Having the ability to close it with a key is absolutely clutch. If you can't do this, you need to get the option in. So what I was saying, if you can get the sunroof open to a certain point, you can actually see where the T25 Torx bits are on the rail from this narrow angle. That's where you use this bad boy. You go up and in, and you can detach this top panel from the 2 T25 Torx bits right underneath there. Cover this whole section with painter's tape. Don't want to mar or muck up your paint. Same for on the inside around that area there. Cover all that with painter's tape so you don't get like if you see right there, I've got some stains. That was from the first time I did this. I didn't realize how fucking nasty all this grease that's up in the rails is. Mine right now are pretty wicked clean because I removed most of the grease to work on it this weekend. I'm going to be putting some fresh white lithium grease in there. And one thing I've learned doing this, definitely do not cake that shit in there. Lube it. The less lube, the better. The more frequently you lube it and check on the system, the better it will treat you. If you're having trouble with yours and you decide you want to contact me, that's fine. But I can't help you until you get all of the grease, all of the channel ways, at least this clean. It is tedious, it's a pain in the ass. You're gonna go through about 5 or 6 little paintbrushes from the dollar store, a whole roll of paper towels. It's a little demonstration of what it's supposed to look like without the glass on. Fancy. So the problem I was having this time around, I really, honest to God, don't know what was causing it. I took apart the whole thing like I did last time and cleaned out all the channel ways. I used a vacuum. I was spraying some degreaser and vacuuming that out. And I don't know, I heard a few things go down the vacuum, but I never got to see what it was. Either way. One thing I didn't stress enough in my first video, having the ability to open your sunroof with your keys, meaning there's a setting in the car, in the computer, that allows you to use the key fob remote to unlock your doors as well as open your windows and your sunroof. If you don't have that enabled, you can't do this. That's my key. If I hold it in the locked position, all my windows go up, and then once they do that, my sunroof closes. This is like a manual override function. It's funny, the car thinks the glass is on there. Anyway, now, unlock position. Windows go down. Venting. Opening. Fancy. It will work. So what happens while you're working on these stupid things is if one side is hung up without the glass on, one slider will go to the full open or full closed position while the other one remains stuck. Then they're misaligned. That's a pain in the ass. So you eventually have to figure out why that one is stuck. I'm telling you, it's not because of a motor or a gear, there is something jamming it. I promise you. That's when you got to look in these mechanisms. There's a bunch of sliding rails down there. You got to get those things super clean so you can see bare metal down at the bottom. I guarantee you, you'll find something. Best position to take it on and off at, that I've found anyway. So, in closing, if you have one of these things, in all sincerity, my personal recommendation, don't ever do anything other than just vent it. Riding with it completely open probably should have never even been enabled from the factory. They're so fragile. My car's got 135,000 miles. This is the second time I've had to fix it. Probably saved myself like $15,000 at this point. So use it at your own risk, repair at your own risk. I'm crazy, my car's out of warranty, and I'm definitely not ever paying to have it replaced. I'll rip the whole damn thing out and make an aluminum fucking bullshit roof delete before I ever pay somebody $7 grand to replace this crap. That's how I really feel about it. Good luck.